Good morning, students. Welcome to the digital classroom with Holy Heart Schools. Today we are going to continue with our chapter Earthquakes. In today's video, we will be discussing about the causes of the earthquakes. While going through this topic, we will be learning some new words like tectonic forces, forces or conditions within the earth that cause movement of the crust. Number 2, tsunami, high tidal waves. Number 3, folding, the process in which due to the compressional forces land gets squeezed. Number 4, faulting, the process of formation of cracks, fractures on the rocks due to the tensional forces. Number 5, hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure is the pressure that is generated by the weight of liquids above the measurement point when liquid is at rest. Number 6, reservoir. An artificial lake built behind the river to store river water. Number 7, plate boundaries, edges where two plates meet. Number 8, focus, a place of origin of an earthquake. Number 9, diverging plates, tectonic plates that move away from each other and create wide frictions on the surface of the earth. And at last we have converging plates, tectonic plates that move close to each other and may collide along a line. Now students, please open up your page number 58, topic causes of the earthquake. But before we start up with the topic, let's have the brief about today's topic. The earth beneath us is not stable at all. Our planet Earth is made up of 12 major tectonic plates. These plates float over the superheated magma and constantly shift near or against each other. The earthquakes are mostly experienced in the areas of the crustal instability. They remind us about the restlessness of the crust caused by the tectonic forces. There can be many reasons or causes for the earthquake. It may cause due to the volcanic activity, due to the folding and faulting that take place due to the horizontal or vertical movements in the earth crust, due to the upwarping or downwarping, means formation of an elevated area like dome, or displacement of rocks downward to form depression, due to the gaseous expansion contraction inside the earth, due to the plate movements, etc. So now let's start with our reading of the topic today. The earthquakes are caused by the tectonic forces which can cause imbalance in the earth crust. Tectonic forces means the force exerted within the earth crust that cause the movement of the crust. The imbalance can be due to volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions means ejection of hot molten magma out through the vent. Folding and faulting. Folding means when the land gets squeezed due to the compressional forces. For example, the formation of many fold mountains like Himalayas, Andes is a result of folding. And faulting means the formation of cracks, fracture on the rocks due to the tensional forces. This process leads to the formation of rift valleys. Next we have upwarping, means part of the earth elevated to form the structure like domes. And downwarping means displacement of rocks downwards to form a depression. Next we have gaseous expansion and contraction inside the earth. As we know that earth is hot from inside, the groundwater when comes in contact with magma heats up and changes into gaseous form, and gas along with magma exert force on the earth, resulting in the earthquake. Next we have the hydrostatic pressure of man-made water bodies such as reservoir. Reservoir is an artificial lake built behind a river to store river water, and hydrostatic pressure is a pressure that is generated by the weight of the liquids above the measurement point. It may be caused due to the pumping of groundwater, oil deep underground mining, etc. And at last we have plate movement, the most accepted theory. It states that the tremors or the vibrations are produced when the tectonic plates converge or diverge. It means whether they move close to each other or away from each other. Now let's study in detail all these causes. So let's start with the volcanic activity. Volcanic activities is considered to be one of the most important cause of the earthquake. During explosive volcanic eruptions, gases try to escape upward from the interior part of the earth. Hence, they push the crustal surface upward, causing the earthquake. Volcanic activities and seismic waves are highly interrelated because an earthquake follows each volcanic eruption, and sometimes severe earthquakes can be the main cause for the volcanic eruption. Ring of Fire is the best example where we can see the maximum active volcanoes followed by the severe earthquakes. So now let's read. The volcanic activity is considered to be the one of the main cause of the earthquake because when the magma will push itself upward, there will be the certain movement in the earth crust. In fact, volcanicity means the another form of volcanism, and seismic events, that means earthquake, are cause and effect for each other. In other words, each volcanic eruption is followed by an earthquake, and many of the severe earthquakes can cause volcanic eruptions. The materials during the process of volcanic eruptions try to escape upward, and hence they push the crusted surface from the below with a great force. For example, if we try to uproot any tree, it also leads to the displacement of rocks and hence cause little bit of shaking, which is not felt obviously, but there is certain movement in the crust. This leads to severe tremors of high magnitude, which means amount of energy which depend upon the intensity of the volcanic eruption. The violent eruption of Krakatoa volcano between Java and Sumatra Island caused such a severe earthquake that its impact was felt as far as Cape Horn, some 12,000 kilometers away. It generated 30 to 40 meter high tsunami waves which killed more than 36,000 people in the coastal areas of Java and Sumatra regions. The next main cause that leads to the earthquake are folding and faulting. Folding and faulting take place due to the horizontal and the vertical movement in the earth crust. It creates a abnormal tension inside the earth's crust which lead to unequal leveling of the mantle, and hence it forms pressure on the earth's surface. Folding inside earth crust take many years. Fault in land structure makes the land hollow, hence it causes earthquake. So now let's read. Folding and faulting. Folding is a process when land gets squeezed due to the compressional forces, and faulting is a process of crack formation due to the tensional forces. Folding and faulting take place due to the horizontal and the vertical movements in the earth's crust. These movements cause imbalance in the crustal rocks which result in earthquakes of varying magnitude, means of different amount of energy. The sudden dislocation of rock blocks due to the forces of tension and compression cause tremors, means vibrations or slight earthquake. The Koyna earthquake in 1967 was due to an underground active fault zone. About 200 people lost their lives and about 80% of the Koyna township was razed. The devastating earthquake of San Francisco in 1906 was also due to the active work of faulting. Next cause of earthquake is hydrostatic pressure. Hydrostatic pressure is the pressure that is generated by the weight of liquid above the measurement point when the liquid is at rest. Certain human activities like deep underground mining, blasting of rocks by dynamite for the construction of dams, nuclear explosions, water storage in big reservoirs and dams, pumping of groundwater or petroleum are also responsible for the earthquake of various magnitudes. So now let's read. Hydrostatic pressure. Certain human activities such as pumping of groundwater and oil, deep underground mining means digging out of deep holes to take out minerals, blasting of rocks by dynamites for the construction of dams, reservoir roads, especially in the areas with the hard rocks. Nuclear explosions means explosion that occur as a rapid release of energy from the high speed nuclear reaction. Water storage in big reservoir means an artificial lake built behind the river to store river water, etc. can cause tremors of the serious consequences means result. For example, if we visit Bhakranangal Dam site, we can feel the shaking of the ground. This is due to the falling of water from a great height, or we can say that this is due to the hydrostatic pressure. The next main cause for the earthquake is the plate tectonic theory. But before we start up with this theory, let's understand something about the tectonic plates. All the tectonic activities such as seismic events, mountain building, faulting, etc. occur along the tectonic plate margins. The Earth's crust has 6 major plates and 20 minor plates which are floating independently on a asthenosphere. The movement of the tectonic plates is of 3 types. These are as number 1, diverging or constructive plates, means the plates that move away from each other and create wide rift on the surface of the earth. Next is the converging or destructive plates. These plates move close to each other and may collide along a line. And at last we have conservative plates or transform plates. These plates pass or slide up past one another along the transform faults. So now let's understand about the plate tectonic theory. The plate tectonic theory describes that the crust of the earth is composed of series of separate moving plates which move or slide over each other. The radioactive elements present in the earth's crust and upper mantle give the energy for the conventional currents. These currents slowly push the overlying plates here and there, and a great deal of displacement of rocks takes place along the margins of the plates. That is why the boundaries of these plates are associated with the earthquake, volcanic activities, subduction of the crust, etc. In fact, the ring of fire or the circum-Pacific belt is located more or less along the plate boundaries, which is prone to active volcanoes and the tectonic earthquakes. So now let's read plate tectonic theory. This theory has been accepted as the most suitable explanation for the cause of an earthquake. The crust of the earth is composed of moving plates. The tectonic events are taking place along the boundaries, means edges of these moving plates, as I have already discussed. Major tectonic events associated with these plate boundaries are folding and faulting. Folding means squeezing of land due to the compressional forces, and faulting means formation of cracks, fractures due to the tensional forces. Normally, the moderate earthquakes are caused along the divergent plates, means the plates which are moving away from each other, because the rate of movement of plates away from the mid-oceanic ridge means mid-Atlantic ridge, and ridge means an elongated highland with several peaks, is rather slow. Thus, the shallow focus, as we have already discussed in the earlier video, that shallow focus is the focus point below 55 kilometers. Earthquakes are caused along the mid-oceanic ridges. These sort of earthquakes are not so dangerous as deep focus earthquakes which are below 300 kilometers. Earthquakes of higher magnitude and deeper focus. Higher magnitude means the amount of energy released, and deeper focus means less than 300 and up to 700 kilometers are the convergent plate boundaries, means the plates that move close to each other. This is due to the collision means when one moving object strikes violently with another. And subduction. Subduction means the sideway or downward movement of the edges of the plates into the mantle beneath the another plate. Of heavy oceanic plate beneath the lighter continental plate in the asthenosphere. This process explains the occurrence of frequent earthquakes along the circum-Pacific and the mid-continental earthquake belts. Circum-Pacific belt includes earthquakes and volcanoes of the eastern and the western coastal areas of the Pacific Ocean. And the mid-continental belt includes the volcanoes or earthquakes of the Alpine Mountains and the Mediterranean Sea. Earthquake caused on 26 January 2001, India's 52nd Republic Day at 8:46 am. Bhuj earthquake killed thousands of people and about 1,67,000 people were injured and destroyed nearly 3,40,000 buildings. This earthquake was due to the subduction of Indian plate below the Asiatic plate. So now students, with this I am ending up with the today's topic. Please revise your topic and keep exploring. Thank you.